If you like what we do, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out on Patreon. Welcome back, everybody. So today we have Brian testing the new Motiv Hyper Venom in part 3 of the review. We are on a house shot that's playing medium to medium heavy, so testing a clean pearl can be interesting, and house shots can often allow shiny clean balls to be played early in a fresh set, as the design of the pattern and volume are typically acceptable enough, if not exactly ideal. With that said, the Hyper Venom will clearly be a little better in drier conditions. Nevertheless, let's discuss what we saw with Brian, and I would say that's a fairly simple affair. This is a clean ball, doesn't generate any real traction. It needs friction or it'll not really operate. As you expect with weaker clean pearls, that's the case. Again, not a bad thing. It's like having a 7 or 9 iron if you're a golfer, and that puts it in the mid-late category in the arsenal building slot. Generally, Brian would play the Hypervenom closer to the dry boards in the pattern near the second arrow. In this house, we do get a little bit of ball reaction death in the friction versus that strong bounce you might see in your place. So Brian could move everything parallel in, and the Hyper looked pretty decent, actually. So as opposed to kind of, sometimes seeing clean balls just do nothing and float in the oil, Hypervenom looked fine. Then probably the best look was when he opened up going 12-7 with slower speed. This is where these clean mid-late balls shine, being able to cover boards side to side and hitting well because they store energy. It's a pretty simple formula, really. Clean cover, stable core. But I will say, for Brian, this is probably a little bit weak to regularly make a mid-late part of the bag, at least on the sport shots we typically bowl on.